wonderful episode, wonderful time in this interactive session with Live Your Life with Loveth. Very exciting time we've always had. And today, I'm so honored to be here with my mama, the swagalicious Pastor Loveth. And we are going to be taking all your questions today. And help me to welcome Pastor Loveth. Welcome.
Thank you, dear Fabian. Thank you.
You look wonderful.
You
as
too.
usual. Yes.
You too.
And it's always been so wonderful to be on this program. You know, a lot of people learn a lot of things from here.
That's right.
And it has always been life changing, especially for me. I learn a lot from all the questions that come in. And today we have a lot. We've been talking about love for a long time.
Yeah, love
and
life.
somebody sent in a wonderful question.
Okay.
That got me thinking. You know, he said, these days, a lot of young people, they come and say, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. The person is wondering if they really know what love is. And he's asking, at what particular age is someone, male or female, entitled to say, I'm in love? At what age? What time? What circumstances?
Okay, it's the question, at what age can someone say, I'm in love?
Yes, can you start expressing?
Yeah, is there like a yeah, you can say I'm in love. This is no matter of love between siblings or love between, but to say I'm in love as in to get, yeah, relationship. Yeah, it's just like what age can somebody get married? I think it's similar to the question I tackled it one time. You know, I always say that, yeah, age is not necessarily a factor as to maturity when it comes to relationship, because when it comes to relationship, yes, it begins with love, but it's not. It begins with love, but there are so many other factors, all right, that will, you know, necessitate the success of any relationship or marriage. Yeah, basically. So when one is responsible enough, all right, mature enough, and knows the level of commitment that one needs to give in a relationship, when one is able to take care of not just himself, but also another, because when you're talking about being in love, it means you are getting somebody else involved as part of your life, right? Like imagine, that's what the Bible talked about when it comes to marriage. Yeah. So basically, until you are able to manage your own emotions, right? Curtail your habits, exercise self-control and discipline, as well as give allowance to that of the other person who is your neighbor, until you are able to understand what life entails, until you are sure that you have understood it and you have read enough books, went for enough seminars regarding marriage and relationship success, right? Until you are adult enough, at least to drive, isn't it? Yeah, because we're not talking about adolescent here. Yeah. Until you are adult enough, not just physically, but also mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and you are economically strong. I'm not saying you must be a billionaire. I'm just saying you have what it takes to sustain a family. I think that's when you are permitted to use the word, I'm in love, and I want to get married. Because what you see today, like you said, many young people today, nobody's shouting, I'm in love, I'm in love. Yeah. It's not really love. It is is infatuation. It's love. It's lust, infatuation. And I don't blame them. It's stemming from what they watch on media and all that. When you see underage people even getting involved in things they should not get involved in. And that's where, you know, when I teach on parenting, I tell parents, it's never too early to teach your children about life, about love, and about sex. Because children tend to mistake sex for love.
Yeah, that's true.
So that you are having this immune, you're almost pumping as a teenager, it doesn't mean that it doesn't give you the license to be erratic, okay? When it comes to love, when it comes to relationship, it doesn't give you the right. Because, like I've been teaching on this Love Life series, love is not just about feelings. It's not just about emotions. Yeah. It's way more than that. And I also said that sex is not love. Because somebody can have sex with someone that they don't love, right? Oh yeah.
That's true.
So it's way beyond that. If love is based on feelings and emotions, you and I know that emotions don't last.
That's true, yeah.
There's nothing constant or stable when it comes to emotions. Today you are right? You're a woman, you feel up, you feel excited. The next time, just want to relax. Maybe your hormones, maybe it's just the cycle of a woman. You know, certain changes in the body can make, you can either be excited up there or just, you know, feeling like you want to be all by yourself. So emotions are not something that you can count on. And then you sum it up and say that is love. No, emotions are part of love. It is involved in love, but that's not all there is. It's way more than that. When it comes to relationship, success in relationship or marriage is beyond emotions or feelings. It will now entail true love, which is about commitment, right? Which is about sacrifice, which is about patience, being patient with one another, which is about responsibility. Oh yeah, which is about trust. Remember, love believes all things. Love endures. Love is patient, right? Love is kind, which is about mutual respect. Amazing, isn't it?
Very amazing.
Yeah, mutual respect. Because you and I know that there are many people who, in the name of I'm in love, they got involved. And as I speak, there's a high level of disrespect today in marriages and relationships, where each or other partner doesn't care about the other person's feelings, where they trample on their self-esteem. It's amazing because they don't understand. And during the course of this Live Your Life, in fact, as a matter of fact, the introduction, when I started this series on Love Life, when I started this particular series we are treating right now on Love Life, and if you know you've not been following us, please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch it, go back and watch it again and again at Live Your Life with Loveth. Follow us, like us on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages at Live Your Life INT to really grasp in depth exactly what I'm talking about right now. Exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's about understanding that it's way beyond feelings. It's a commitment. So having sex, like I said, with someone doesn't necessarily mean that you love that person.
That's right.
It doesn't mean that you love that person. But all these things are part of love, isn't it? Because you cannot say you love someone and not give to the person. Give yourself to the person. You cannot say you are in love with someone, you love someone, and not, you know,
hold it.
Yeah, that's right. Because love gives. Love is patient, love is kind, there's mutual respect. So when you see a lot of people disrespecting one another, there's a high level of disregard for each other in a marriage relationship, one begins to wonder. So when I started the introduction of this particular series, Love Life, I said something. I said the misconception and misunderstanding of love as we speak right now is the bane of many marriages and relationships today.
That's true.
It's the bane. Because many people don't know what love is. You ask them what's love? It's sex. You know, I just give this, I buy this, you buy this for me, that's love.
Yes, I have a question in that line. A man is asking. He said he gives his wife money every time. Anytime she asks for money, he gives to her. He's a busy man. He doesn't have time to really stay home, but whenever he can, he stays. And the wife keeps complaining every day. You don't love me. You don't love me. But he provides everything she needs. Gives her everything she needs. Now he is asking, how else do I show a woman that I love her when after providing everything that
she needs
and she still complains? What does she want me to do?
Well, we are looking at, you know, part of the teaching is the love languages of people, of everybody.
Yes. The
love languages, and you know, I used Gary Chapman's book as a guide, you know, looking at the primary love languages of people, you know, words of affirmation, physical touch, giving of gifts, you know, services, you know, and basically it's amazing. It's amazing because many people misconstrue what love is. You can love, you can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving.
That's true.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So the first thing that anybody should look out for is, it's not, am I getting something? No. It's how much does he love me to give me this? Not what are you giving to me? What am I getting? So you find out that a lot of people enter into relationships based on what am I getting? What's in it for me? And when you put that, you'll now find out that many people will reduce the quality of relationship, intimacy in marriage. They will reduce it down to material stuff. I give you a car, I put you in a mansion, I buy stuff for you. So why you question? You have everything. So here's the question. Here's the response. Perhaps The woman, like many women today, are crying. You have given them everything, right? You gave them car, you gave them house, you gave them stuff. Everything else apart from yourself. So here's the deal. I guess the woman is saying she's not married to the house or the car or the things that you are buying for her.
Yeah.
She wants to be married to you.
Exactly.
Right? She wants to be in a relationship with you. That's the deal here, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the cry of many women, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Because women are predominantly relational.
Yes.
They value relationship, fellowship, intimacy. So while you see many people, they are running around to trying to earn a living, to provide and all that, they have stopped living. Their marriages are dead. Their relationships are lifeless.
Wow.
Because they are busy chasing things. They are busy chasing things. Now you find out that two strangers are living in a house. They're strangers. They become strange bedfellows.
Wow. Wow.
So in a case like this, I know there are some unavoidable, cases where maybe the man, because of the nature of his job, where he's working, he might not be around all the time, so that we don't appear too extreme. All right. It depends on his nature, the nature of his job, and he maybe has to be away for some time. There's a way you can bridge the gap, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. If
So
you can be, that's right. If that's right, isn't it?
Yes.
If you have a business, a company, for example, as a man, you have a company in this particular state and you are in another state. You cannot delegate anybody to your marriage, but there are some people you delegate to supervise the business, right?
Yes.
And from time to time, you are checking, you are calling every day. How did the operations go? How did this go? How did that supply go, right?
Yes.
That's it. So you should also remember. There was a lady. There was a lady that there was a time that she cried out one time. She was like, even if her husband is at work, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 week, not even a text message. How are you doing?
How are you doing? Wow.
How are the children? Are you okay? Nothing like that. What does it say? Whenever I return back home, I will see you at home now. But there are ways of, making your presence felt. Yeah, apart from providing the physical money, making the home comfortable, the car, she doesn't have to worry about how to move, how to do school run, everything is up, going well, yeah, and all that. Just little two spices, it will really make a whole lot of difference, isn't it? That's true. It will make a whole lot of difference. So everything is about strategies, about planning. It wouldn't take much, because there's a way, yeah, and it's mutual too. Both the man and the woman, they should be able to bridge the gap. That's right. Take care of the emotional aspect of your relationship. Take care of that, even though you're not there all the time physically. You feed your emotions.
That's true.
Sending words of, if his primary love language, if it's words of affirmation, you are, words of affirmation, quality time, giving of gifts, services, and then physical touch. So either of these 5 or combination of any of the 2 or 3, you leverage on that. That's why when you are getting into a relationship, you must first of all find out what is this person's primary love language or languages. Yeah. You must find out. Because when you've during the process of dating and courtship, that's when you get to know about it. So that way you're able to plan, okay, my job is demanding, is this the nature of job that I do, or business that I'm involved in? Okay, let's plan. This is how we'll be. At this time, I'll be around for this time. Maybe we'll go out on a date fortnightly, right? Or every quarter we'll go out on a date, just you and I, twice.
For bonding.
Yeah, for bonding, just time to interact, time to fellowship. Everything is about planning. I'm telling you.
That's true.
Everything is about planning. There's nothing you cannot walk around if you really mean to. All right? And love will always seek to do good to the other person. That's why Paul said, let each one esteem the other better. Seek to outlove, to outgive to each other. That's the idea. That's what love is about. It's about sacrifice.
That's true.
It's about meeting each other in the middle. Compromise, right? Sacrifice, so that each person will be happy. I pray that you find a way out and there will be healing and restoration in your relationship and marriage.
Amen.
In Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much. I have another question from a lady.
Okay.
She's 30 years old. She's asking. Said, I have been in love with 3 different men.
Okay. At the same time or separate?
No,
okay.
At different times.
Okay.
And none of them had proposed at the end. Now at 30, she's still single. She's asking, is it that she's not lovable? Is it that they are not finding what they want in her? she's okay in her own right. She has everything. She's pretty, but this man don't stay.
Okay, well, let me not start from the spiritual aspects, okay, and just say pray, all right? Yeah, let's look at it like this. There's nothing wrong with you. You say you are pretty. It's okay. We are not just going to streamline it down to your physical looks. Yeah, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? So everything does not revolve around, oh, I'm pretty, so because I'm pretty, I must get married. That's not just the yardstick for successful relationship and marriage.
Yeah.
Ultimately, yeah. So I think a young man asked this question before, some time ago during this episode. That ladies always tell him no, he doesn't know what's wrong with him, and the same response I'm going to give to this lady right now. Yeah. Okay, when people tell you they're no longer interested, maybe after many years relationship with such persons, what you do is just there, all right? You're not in a fight, nothing. You're just there to meet the person and talk to them, all right? Find out from them. Just have an honest appraisal. You say, hi, how you doing? Nothing more. I just want to know why exactly you are no longer interested in this relationship with me. All right? Just get an honest. You say, no, there's nothing I don't want to, but please just tell me. I just need to know. It could be, maybe they will say anything, maybe an area, it could be your environment, it could be a particular habit, right? It could just be something that is it could just be that is discouraging them. It could be that certain tendencies and habits is sending this, they are sending the wrong signal, and they're like, I'm afraid, I'm not sure, are you sure she can? So stuff like that. So it's good you seek clarity. Yeah, you seek clarity. Otherwise, the enemy can even play with your mind and begin to bombard you with a lot of crazy assumptions and make you feel like there's something wrong with you. Of which, bottom line, there might be nothing wrong with you. So, but you need to get the right information so that you know which areas to work on. And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then, of course, pray.
And of course.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, you got to pray.
Very important. Thank you so much.
You got to pray. It's a cause of concern.
Time. I have one more question, and is asking, this man is asking that his mom has brought a lady for him to marry. There's nothing wrong with the lady. She's nice, she's good, she's homely.
Okay.
But do you marry before you fall in love? Because his mom has told you, don't worry, as you people grow together, you will learn to love each other. He likes the girl, but he doesn't feel
any connection.
But the families have decided that the two of them must marry. Now he's asking.
Is it a must?
Yes. Will love just grow from not loving each other? Is it after marriage that the love then starts to grow? How do you do it?
I wouldn't say that, no. I wouldn't say that because is he handicapped or something that he can't go and get his own?
Two parents have just decided that, okay,
yeah, he's an adult.
I have a son, and I think your daughter, let's
I'm used to such feedbacks way back, but this day and age, I know.
It still happens.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, your choice, okay, for marriage partner is yours.
Yes.
All right, the choice is yours. It's primarily yours. All right. So if your mother is bringing anybody and you feel, okay, this is not my choice, I'm not really connected to this person, I think it's something you just open up honestly and let them know that you are not really into this. Just to spare yourself hassle and regrets in the future.
He's hoping that maybe he can go on just to make everybody happy and maybe the love will grow.
No, there's something wrong there. For him to often say is hoping to get involved so that everybody can be happy. There's a problem there already.
Yes.
Because you don't marry to make people happy.
Yes.
Right? You are marrying this person. It's for yourself.
For yourself, yes.
You are living with this person. It's not everybody is not living with the person. You are the one living with this person.
That's true.
So you don't marry to make people happy. You don't marry to create an impression. You don't marry to seek approval from people. All right? You don't even marry out of pity.
That's true.
Oh, let me just marry this person. If I don't marry him or her, I'm not sure anybody will look at him or her. Let me just marry this person. Let me just marry this person. Those are the very, very, very wrong reasons for getting married. Marriage is your choice. Who you marry is your choice. when in Genesis 24, when Rebecca's brethren, they called her, these people have come for your hand. Will you marry this person? Do you like this person? Isaac, Abraham's son.
Yes.
Would you like to marry him? You know, like this formal introduction that we do now, right?
Yes.
And she said, yes, I will go. She affirmed her choice. Marriage is your choice.
Shouldn't be forced, huh?
Yeah, because if they force you to enter and things begin to go wrong, you always have a ready excuse. I never wanted her in the first place.
Yeah.
It was my parents and your parents. So even if it's not, it's okay. We were forced into it. So when you force them in, they will force themselves out when things are going at par. When things are not going well, they will have a ready excuse. Allow people to be, when it comes to money, let them make their choice. But make sure that their choices are well informed. That's what I stand for. Well informed choices. Just make sure that this person meets the biblical requirements for a spouse. Period. However, make your choice based on these informations, your findings. Yeah, your findings. People should be allowed to encourage your children. Don't gag your children. Encourage them, guide them, counsel them to make the right choice. But when you force somebody upon them, when things go wrong, they will put the blame on you and they will easily walk out. Nobody wants to take responsibility for anything that they did not.
Their choice in the
yes, that wasn't their choice in the first place. That's it. That's an easy excuse to walk away.
Wow. Thank you.
That's an easy excuse.
Thank you so much. This question is from a married woman.
Okay.
And she said, when I got married, I was in love with my husband.
Okay.
But over the years, he has hurt me so much now that I don't know what I feel for him. He said, do people grow out of love?
Wow, interesting. Okay, the previous question I just responded to. I remember you said the guy was saying, "Will love grow? Will love?" It's true that love grows.
Yeah.
It's like a garden, right? It's like a flower in a garden. When you tend it, it will blossom. When you don't tend it, it will die. It will wither. It will fade away. And I always say it: what you pay attention to will grow. What you nurture will naturally blossom. Just like relationships. Many people get into a relationship and they just leave themselves. They say, okay, let it work itself out. We are here. We are here. We are here. Let everything take care of itself. It will not take care of itself, my brothers and my sisters, my friends. Things don't just, you make it work. You know, I always say it, there's nothing wrong with marriages. No, there's nothing wrong. Every marriage is as good, every marriage is as strong as the people that are involved in the marriage. Period.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So it is the people that makes the marriage to work. So when you find a situation where a married woman is crying, expressing her heart and say, I used to love this person, but the way he treats me, he ignores me, disrespects me, it's like I don't feel anything anymore. It's only natural. You cannot continue to abuse something and expect something sweet to come out of it, right? When you are depositing, you know, like they say marriage is like a box, right? Relationship is what you put in. After a time, you begin to get the harvest, get it back. So in a case like this, if she cannot sit down with her spouse, her husband, and bring up this matter, that is an issue of concern to their relationship and to their marriage, to their future of their marriage and their family. If she doesn't have the courage to do that, he certainly must have someone that he looks up to, right? Someone that he respects. Bring them into the scene. Bring them into the picture. And say, look at, these are the ways my husband is treating me, and I just don't feel anything about it. I don't feel anything for him. I don't feel anything for him, nothing. Because he disrespects me, he doesn't really have time for me, he doesn't treat me right, you know, things like that. Because when you begin to sow the wrong seeds, you are wounding the other person's emotion. You are tampering with their self-esteem and image. How do you expect them to relate well with you? How? How can you say you love me and disrespect me this much? Right? Because when I was teaching during the Love Life series, I said love does not vaunt itself, does not behave anyhow. It's not indisciplined, it's not rude. Love is not disrespectful.
That's true.
You know, in a case like that, try and stir up a conversation, not quarrel, a conversation. If he's the kind of person that is not, he does not like to listen, he doesn't pay attention to you, then find somebody to talk to that you know
that is even
can
what
be
I
involved.
want to talk about. You know, in the African society, in the society that we are.
Yeah, I know what you want to say.
They believe that once the woman is in the house, whatever matter is between you and your husband.
That's a crazy
talk. To bring in a third party, she's selling out
her marriage.
You know, and the rest of women are dying silently, quietly.
Believe you me. Believe you me. That's a crazy talk. Because the Bible says, in a multitude of counsel, there's safety.
Yeah.
People have died unnecessary deaths because they didn't have anybody to open up to talk to. And they kept swallowing the bitter pills, the abuse in the marriage and relationship, right? In the name of, don't tell anybody. Shh, keep quiet. The carriers and the bearers of secrets are the ones that the secrets kill the most. Hello? Oh yeah. Anybody that isolates you and tell you, no, don't go near this, but don't talk, don't say anything, keep quiet, don't say anything. That person doesn't mean well for you. When things are not going well, please, you must cry out, my dear. Even the blind Bartimaeus, what happened? Jesus, that son of David, have mercy. They said, shh, keep quiet. Don't disturb the master. And the guy is there, dying in silence, in darkness. He couldn't see, blind, all his life. The Bible said he ignored them and said, what? So in a case like this, tell that woman, ignore such people. He cried yet, even he increased the pitch. Jesus, that's all. He shouted and Jesus, stop, who's calling me? And he said, what do you want? He said that I might receive my sight. And Jesus said, your faith has made. So faith is the evidence of things. It's the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it takes faith for you to step out and get the needed help. To locate, find a mentor, anyone you see as a fatherly or motherly figure, as a mentor that you can talk to and say, look at what I'm going through, how do I tackle this thing? Just like you are doing right now. You can pray about it as well. I'm not saying, I'm not too quick. Sometimes you just pray about it. Sometimes people just don't want to do anything anymore. Right? So, but there are some practical steps, practical principles that you can apply, and things will begin to improve. True wisdom, your house is built by understanding, it is established, and by knowledge you fill it with all manner of treasures. So, in a case like that, please don't die in silence. I want to encourage you, ladies, guys. Please don't die in silence. Cry out. Talk to somebody. If you're a Christian, whatever you are, talk to the head. Anybody that you know your husband or wife can listen to. Don't die inside. A lot of people have died needless deaths because of issues in relationship and marriage. A lot of men, a lot of women. No! Come to forums like this. Send messages. People can intervene. There are many bodies that tackle family matters as we speak. Everywhere in the world at large, there are very many bodies right now that tackle family matters and all that. They help you to resolve crises in the home, in the marriage and all that, so that you don't die out of abuse, out of neglect and indifference. But I pray that God will sustain homes and marriages, even if we have been treating this Love Life series. I pray that the full meaning of the love of God, you will find it. So that you can also be able to express His love to your loved ones and to those around you in Jesus' name. You are blessed and you are lifted. All right, friends, thank you so much for being patient, for staying with us. It was nice, it was fun, rubbing minds with you. Thank you so much, Fabian.
To be with you.
Nice with you, tackling all these questions. There are many more questions, but because our time is up, we'll be treating them again on the next segment. All right. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and Live Your Life with Loveth. Follow us, like our pages on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Live Your Life INT. For more of this teaching, more of this interactive session where we rub minds together. It's always nice to be in your space, to be in your face, to smile at you, to talk to you. Thank you so much, friends.
Your love turns the time. thank you for listening. We do hope you've been impacted and blessed by those life-transforming words. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Live Your Life with Loveth. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Live Your Life INT for more powerful messages. Join us next week for another episode of Live Your